absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, January 18th. Landon, I have some fantastic news for you. I don't know if this has crossed your desk yet. I don't know where you're at, but Tennessee, your 2026 game day cheer national champions.
Oh my God. I wore a jersey just for you tonight.
You mean for the cheer squad?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is awesome. It sounds like we're mocking. I'm not, actually. That's that. Listen, hey, take your wins. That's big dubs.
Yeah, finding the positive. I like that.
Sadly, Smokey fell just short of another national title.
Me coming second again. I feel like he always.
I don't know where he placed, but and I need you to know I do not like Ohio State. But Brutus is an awesome mascot. My dog is not named after him, but he is an awesome mascot. He did win, so that's really the only news to report this weekend. So I think we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Nothing else happened. Saturday was pretty boring, slow, and hope everybody had a good weekend.
Yeah, we did get one good news.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, on the football front, I guess there was kind of good news. There wasn't any bad news. I don't know if some of it's underwhelming or not to some, but there was news. I think is the portal done? I mean, I saw where people were entering it yesterday. I'm like, I thought we were done.
Yeah, apparently, I guess they were able to enter it Friday, and somehow it didn't get announced till Saturday. So it looked like, it looked like they didn't enter till Saturday, but I guess they entered Friday night. You got me. I don't know.
Yeah, Devin. Love the cream. It's too bad that they're getting rid of these uniforms. But
you want me to go? You want me to go put my Xander one on?
Yeah, you can. I got mine on.
I think I got a large, or I think I got an XL because one of them shrunk. Like one jersey that I got shrunk a ton. And then I got this XL and it did not shrink at all.
Dude, this one that I
huge.
got is massive too.
Is that did you go XL to let it shrink?
Yeah, I think I did, but I did go XL. That was a mistake.
Yeah. So I really just kind of wear it around the house.
I think it's a different material. The first one that I got, it shrunk, like you said, because it was just like that cheap material. So I went with this one, and it's more like a comfort color where it did not shrink.
Yeah. It's a good shirt. It's just huge.
Yeah. I thought maybe entering in dad mode, I'd kind of grow into it. Maybe I'm getting close. I don't know.
You gotta just we gotta do fill the sleeves challenge this summer.
Yeah, growing up, you're like, oh, this is big, and they're like, oh, you'll grow into it. And then you're like, okay, I'll grow into it. But now it's like, I don't want to grow into it at all.
No, at this age, I just outgrow clothes. I don't. I actually keep some mediums shirts that I like. I'm like, one day I'll get back into those.
Mm-hmm. Motivation.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the big news is linebacker Arion Carter is back on Rocky Top. What a roller coaster that was.
I feel like this linebacker room gets confusing, and that's I guess it's fine. It's better that way. Which it was me and you talked about it on Saturday because we watched that first half. Really, the only half. I think they canceled the game after that. I think something happened. They all went home at halftime. And I was like, we talked about this with Todd Simpson. It's like you built something here. You built a legacy for yourself, but you don't really care. And I mean, we talked about this all throughout the season. I was like, I don't see him. I don't see him as an NFL ready linebacker right now. He's not great in pass coverage. And then as the season went on, you're like, all right, and he's injured. And so it was always weird to me that he immediately was like, all right, I'm going to the draft. That was a strange one. And then Tennessee, I mean, you don't have a choice. You can't just sit around, especially after he declared. It's not even this wasn't even always thinking about it and they went ahead and moved on. No, like he was gone, declared. Then he comes back and it's like, oh, well, there's no room. I don't know exactly what they've done. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. That's kind of where I lean. Like, it made sense why he wasn't gonna enter the draft. It made sense why he wasn't coming back to Tennessee. Tennessee just had to go up and replace him, and they did that with Amari Campbell. And they have Jaden Perlotti, Jaden Harmon, Edwin Spillman, Jeremiah Telander, Ben Bolton played a lot this year. I mean, they had linebackers in that room that they felt confident in, and it just didn't feel like Arion Carter just really had a spot. But you take him. Every day of the week, you take him and you figure it out. And I think with the transfer portal, like, you always have to stack talent. And you can't just let it, hey, let's, I mean, last year they kind of did that with betting on the receivers, but this year, Jeremiah Telander, they could have pushed him out, but they didn't. They could have pushed Jaden Harmon to the portal. They didn't. It just felt like they were, I don't know, maybe they have a plan, but everybody kind of has a clean slate. I feel like with this new defensive coordinator and Jim Knowles and the staff, I know their linebacker coach is back, which I thought would give Amari Campbell a leg up that he is coming in with Jim Knowles, but then all these guys that are returning to this program have William Inge as their coach. So I feel like it's a clean slate for everybody, and the best players will play, and that's all you can ask for, really.
Yeah. This makes me think totally different system because you have a different defensive coordinator coming in, different play caller. But it makes me think, are we going to try to give more 4-3 looks? And I don't know how it'll work out with those linebackers because, as we've seen right now, none of them have been great in pass coverage. So it's going to hurt taking that nickel off the field. But it's also going to suck not playing some of these guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how they balance it out. Do we get more 4-3 looks? Because we saw it a little bit throughout the year.
Yeah, I think you have to. Quay Moss is basically your only nickel, really, right now. He's coming from Kansas State. I think you probably see a little bit more 3 linebacker look, and then have a Jaden Perlotti maybe in that nickel spot per se. Now, if it's a team that's throwing all over the yard, you're probably wanting an actual defensive back out there. But I mean, if it was like a Oklahoma this year, I'd like to see 3 linebackers in there. I probably wouldn't do it against Texas next year, but who knows? Who knows what Jaden Perlotti can do in year 2? Who knows what this whole rotation looks like? Is Arion Carter healthy? Because that was a big thing this year. He wasn't healthy. Now everybody wants to bash him that he wasn't coming to Tennessee. Like, oh, he was bad, this and that. He was injured. And playing with turf toe, I've never played with it, but I can't imagine it's great. And he had it on both feet,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, both feet. So, I mean, he was a leader of a defense, and you get it done. I don't know what happened. It felt like he was just came back and entered the portal. And that just means he probably wasn't coming back to Tennessee if he was entering the portal, because he could have just came back. So I think there was some talks with both of them to get things done, and they got it done, and they'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's good to have Arion Carter back. Fan favorite for a reason. So that would have sucked if he had gone. Because, I mean, there were a lot of programs that would have been very interested in his services. Another SEC one was kind of thrown there in the mix. I know Georgia. It would have sucked to have another productive defensive player go to Miami and help them be competitive in not in the ACC, but at least in the national title contentions. So, yeah, that would have sucked. So, very good to have him back. Good problem to have that Tennessee faced in the linebacker room, where I thought should have been more impressive this year. So that was a disappointment. So it's good to have even more weapons there to choose from.
Yeah. I wonder if this is different, if this works out differently, if Arion Carter was a portal get like a year ago, or if he's not, if he's from Texas or Florida, like does he end up coming back to Tennessee? I think him picking Tennessee out of high school, him being a Tennessee kid, I feel like that probably helps lure him back to Knoxville.
Say that again.
Like if he was from Texas and signed with Tennessee, kind of like Jack Van Dorselaer, I guess he's going to Oklahoma, which is closer to Texas.
Geographically speaking, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that it makes more sense for him to come back, him being a Tennessee kid. Whether than I don't think a kid from Texas or Florida probably makes that happen.
I don't disagree with that. I think it was also probably the right amount of money. Unfortunately, like that's just the world. I think it surely has. I think it has more to do with like Jack Van Dorselaer hadn't. No, people are going to forget about him very quickly. He didn't have a name here. It's fine, whatever. I think it would have been harder to swallow with Arion Carter for a lot of people. Like he would have been hearing that everywhere, especially if he went to an SEC school.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Ty Simpson. Like if he would have went to Tennessee, Alabama those fans would have tore him apart.
Yep.
And Tennessee fans are ready to do that with Arion Carter if he was going to go to an SEC school. That's just reality.
Yeah.
But glad he's back. Who is, in your opinion, I mean, we were talking about that rotation. Who is an odd man out in this?
I think T-Lander's the most obvious one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be – this is where I think the 4-3 – I think Edwin Spillman's still got to improve in the passing game, but I think he was probably one of your better ones. I think he can be a really valuable third back on the field. I don't know how to shake out starter-wise, but I think that could be a really, really interesting 4-3 look with Maury Campbell, Arion Carter, and Edwin Spillman.
Yeah, I feel like T-Lander is probably the odd man out there too, just limited in athletic ability.
But I think that's probably a good thing because I think he's more valuable in short spurts. I think he'll still play plenty. But you won't see as much of him as you did this year, and I think that's a very good thing.
When you dealt with injuries last year, and no offense to Ben Bolton, but he was out on the field and everybody's like, I mean, what are we doing? Tennessee didn't have this luxury. Like, if you deal with an injury next year, hey, you have plenty of guys who have played a ton of football behind him. So I'm interested to see kind of how that works out. I like Perlotti, but I feel like it's one of those things with the NIL era and the transfer portal era. Don't get too comfortable with any player because you just never know. I do think it works in Tennessee's favor that he returns after the portal closes because I feel like somebody enters if that happens before.
Yeah.
Michael asked about Jaden Harmon.
Yeah, I was reading Devin and Michael's there.
Oh. Yeah, Devin said, I do think having 3 linebackers out there will help T-Lander some, though, just because he will have less ground to cover. I mean, maybe. I don't know. The thing that, like, hurts about T-Lander is, like, yeah, he wasn't great in pass coverage, but then when a quarterback escapes, he doesn't have the speed to get there. He's just like a step too slow.
I don't think it's the speed at all. I think it's our entire defense couldn't take good angles ever.
Yeah.
I think T-Lander's one of the few linebackers with the speed to cover a ton of ground.
Mm.
I think he just always he was always running upfield.
Yeah. Which,
I mean, I can think
of
two,
he just looks slow.
I can think of two plays in the Vanderbilt game where he chased Pavia upfield as he's running towards him. Like he's going to beat Pavia like he's running where he's at, not where he's going. And it's like, no, you're fast enough to get in front of him.
Yeah.
But you're running where he's at. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then Michael asked, what about Harmon? Does he get to play more? That's going to be tough.
Linebacker
with what's in front of him, it's going to be tough to find playing time.
Maybe, but again, you mentioned the injury thing.
And
having this many linebackers can be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean they had basically 5 that played last year, and all 5 played quite a bit. So you just got to be in that 2 deep. I feel like you're going to play. It seems like William Inge is comfortable rotating. But yeah, you probably want to be in that first couple to make sure that you have and get plenty of run. And then you got to Jaden Harmon, he actually played before Perlotti started playing and didn't make the most of it. Perlotti got in there and seized the opportunity and kind of ran with it. So
kind of forgot about Perlotti. That's another wrinkle that, like, there's a lot. That's a good problem. It's a good problem.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point. I mean, Michael brings up the freshman. I mean, Tennessee landed one of the best linebacking recruiting classes in TJ White and Braden Rouse. And Braden Rouse has been tearing it up at the Polynesian Bowl, has been a top performer basically every day. And I mean, yeah, he's going to have something to say about who's in that 2 deep too, probably.
I guess getting Arion Carter back was about not getting any quarterback worth money. So you just had it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we use that surplus.
Yeah, if you get like Sam Levy, if you get Sam Levy, you probably don't have the money to sign Arion Carter.
Yeah. Well, anything else for Arion?
No, that's all I've got.
Tennessee does have a quarterback.
Quarterback transfer. He's not going to start.
No.
But
I do
that's
think
fine with me. I'm fine with you just trying to kind of fill the void.
I mean, if you were gonna if this guy or Bo Prabula, if Bo Prabula wasn't gonna start or play, I feel like this is a better get just because of what you said earlier with money. You can go spend some more elsewhere because Prabula is one of the top quarterbacks, whether people think so or not. He's going to be asking a lot more than Ryan Staub from Colorado. So if you were just getting a guy to come in here and compete, and that was your plan after you didn't land Levitt or Sorsby, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
the good thing is a couple years ago we had Brian Maurer starting. This guy reminds me a little bit of Brian Maurer, just kind of like all over the place.
All that one play you posted, it was very Brian Maurer-esque. I think he got turned, flipped, landed upside down, almost got his helmet knocked off. Takes his helmet off.
Sure. Yeah.
I think stock trash it looked like, which was an interesting move, and then quickly puts it back on when they're did they ever throw a flag on him on that play? I saw Houston.
I don't think so. I think
which
that
is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely should have been a flag, but yeah, I don't think they did in the moment.
Yeah, no, the one play I've seen from him was probably more Brian Maurer than Brian Maurer.
Yep. I love in 2024, he played in, I think, 4 games. He was 0 for 4 passing. I think that's
The
a
Deion Sanders
great
effect.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great stat line of just I don't know if it was all in the same game, but yeah, 0 for 4. I mean, that's efficient, I guess. Efficiently bad. Again, like he's been a backup. He was a backup for Shadur. He was a backup last year for Caden Salter. And I mean, I think if you wanted kind of a Gaston Moore type player, this is good enough in my opinion. You needed somebody on your roster and a guy who's has experience, but mostly as a backup, I feel like is a fine. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm interested to see who it's gonna. That now I do think it's at least like you can say we talked about coming in to compete. It's like, oh, it's a 3-way race. Sure. I don't know if that makes the GMAC and Faison Brandon a little more competitive. I don't know, but I doubt. Like in my heart of hearts, I'm like, yeah, he won't start. So I really doubt it. But at least I guess it's somewhat of a 3-man race. You have 3 quarterbacks. That makes me feel better. And
you have an outside shot that maybe Joey gets another year. I know that court date's coming up February 10th. So if there is a ruling, maybe I don't know. I just want there to be a decision. That way we can stop talking about it. Of what if. Because I do think that changes, and I tweeted
I
that.
feel like that really sucks. That you're really hurting players there. Like that would suck for Schaub if. Again, I don't think he has a real shot, but like he is coming in to compete. You transferred in, and then the previous QB1 gets made eligible. And that
might be a reason where players maybe like didn't even pick up the phone when Tennessee called. They're like, I mean, there's an outside shot where their guy comes back, and then I'm just stuck there. I'm Dylan Raiola.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe he knows maybe he has a different expectation than I do, Ryan Staub, but I that would be frustrating if I was, because I just got to think he's coming with a mindset of like, I could start.
Yeah. Could find my way in there. I mean, especially we're talking about George McIntyre being a stick that is the most delicate human on the face of this earth. That, I mean, hey, I'm one hit away where I could be right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I do think you're in a different stratosphere when it comes to quarterbacks where we were a couple years ago with Brian Maurer was our starting quarterback. And now it's like he has to beat out 2 5-star freshmen to be our starting quarterback.
That he has to be one of the more absurd starts in the Tennessee-Georgia matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And there's probably some absurd ones in there, I have to think.
Mm-hmm.
He might be number 1.
I think just absurd starts of quarterback ever. In Tennessee history, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to just rattle off some in my I mean, Nate Peterman would be up there. We started him in the swamp, but he's at least bounced around the NFL for a while.
Sure. Harrison Bailey, that's good God.
Well, at least, and those, yeah. So like Harrison Bailey didn't fizzle out at Tarleton State.
Yeah. He walked on at Florida.
I think that's better than fizzling out at Tarleton State.
That's probably true.
I don't know. Yeah, that's
But that was basically the same year. I mean, that's what we're talking about. How it's not as bad as we want to say, like the quarterback situation is. Man, we've seen a lot worse. And it wouldn't have been bad a couple years ago before this transfer portal and everything, where everybody gets the 24-year-old quarterback. I mean, did you see the Carson Beck thing? They're like, he's like, class. I graduated 2 years ago.
Yeah, but apparently he went on to say like he's been in like classes, which I think that's. I mean, I think is it not?
I hope so.
Is it not a well-known thing though that these older guys that have their degrees aren't taking real classes? I think Peyton Manning, senior year on campus, he was taking like ballroom dancing. I think it's a well-known thing that Joe Burrow never attended a single in-person class at LSU. Like the only time he was on campus was to be in the facility.
Yeah, well, I took country line dancing twice, so I'm in that same category.
There you go. You are. Yeah, I thought that was a well-known thing. Everybody's freaking out about it. Maybe they're just newbies, because I did see a guy last night on just a rager. He's like, it's not the hook and ladder. It's a hook and lateral. I was like, no, it's not. That's absolutely false.
Dude, people like to get on social media just to argue with somebody all the time.
Yeah, he was mad because they called it that in the who was the first game yesterday? I think they ran one at one point. The Seahawks 49ers game. Or it might have been the Bills Broncos. I don't remember. Anyways, he was like, well, even if that is what they call it, it's a lateral. I was like, have you ever heard a real play call? Because oftentimes they make no sense.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. It's just these people that don't know, Landon. They don't know. Yeah. I think it was Cordell Patterson who was rumored to have pretty much never attended class, because it was like, yeah, he's going to be here for one semester only. Yeah,
it's like all those one and dones in the NBA. Like, why would they go to class?
Well, what sucks is like they have to go that first semester. They got to be eligible in the spring. But man, those classes start January, 14th. You never see them again.
No. No, they're done in December, and when they get back for Christmas, it's all basketball.
Exactly.
That's their job. I ain't here to play school.
Yeah, that was that. Who said that? Was that gosh, Ohio State quarterback?
Was it Terrell Pryor?
I think it's
it was
later than Pryor.
Cardell Jones.
Cardell Jones. Okay, who's the other one? Barrett. I was thinking it might have been him. But I think you're right.
Yeah, Cardell
JT Barrett. I think you're right that it's Cardell Jones. Or did you look it up?
Why should we have to go to class if we came here to play football? We ain't come here to play school. Classes are pointless. Classes are pointless, is what he wrote.
I agree.
It would suck if he has to go back to school to get his degree. Like that. That's when you're like, yeah, you probably should have done it to begin with.
But that time he is there to play school.
Okay.
To be fair.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Cardell Jones, philosopher. We didn't even know. Tennessee did land some more guys in the transfer portal. We'll just kind of run through these real quick. Donovan Haslam, West Virginia offensive lineman, played a ton of snaps, started his career at Austin Peay. Javen Gordon, Tulane running back, was a true freshman this past year, had 128 carries, 516 yards, 5 touchdowns. Also had 13 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown through the air. So I think that's a really good pickup. Obviously late. It's not Hollywood Smothers. It's not Cam Cook, but a guy with – I thought they were going to go kind of a Star Thomas, like a 1 and done type guy, but I think this is a really good pickup. A guy that's early in his career, had a ton of production as a freshman, and then you don't have he doesn't have to be the guy.
Which I think is you didn't necessarily want to bring in the guy because you need to be all in on the kid from Baylor, David Gabriel Georges.
Sure.
So you didn't necessarily want to bring, unless it was a one and done type stud.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to bring in the guy because the guy currently resides in Chattanooga. That's who you need to be all in on.
Yeah, I got to see that one to believe it.
That he's the guy, or that Tennessee gets him.
Tennessee gets him.
Sure. Yeah. But
it's going to be a big letdown if you don't, though.
All this money that you weren't able to spend on quarterbacks and whoever else in the portal, it goes in a fund called the DGG fund.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Dollar General. That's the David Gabriel Georges fund. And that fund should be getting interest right now so that it keeps building. And then it should be immediately transferred to his bank account. Paying players, it was designed for players like David Gabriel.
It should be more money. He'd have to open up a couple bank accounts. It should be
absolutely, absolutely. Like I want bank presidents kissing his feet when he walks through the doors. That bank account's so big.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you said it's not Dollar General. This is way off topic, but that made me think of it. I posted did that trend of 2016 and I said something about spend so many nights or so many weekends at the upstairs at DGB, which is Downtown Grill and Brewery. My grandmother came over yesterday to see our son, and she was like, "Hey, what's DGB?" She's like, "I thought it was like Dollar General." And I was like, "It's Downtown Grill and Brewery." She's like,
"You think we're just hanging out at Dollar General on Friday and Saturday nights?"
She's like, I just couldn't think of. That's the only thing I could think of was Dollar General. And I was like,
I get it. I get how she got there, but just on the initials alone.
Where's the B come from?
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. Again, if she'd used context clues.
Sure.
I feel bad.
She did know.
I feel like you only share the funny stories of me. I feel bad for her.
She's like, when I tell her I drink, she's like, "But was it a lot?" Like, she's very much like, "Do you have to?" kind of thing. It's okay.
And you tell her you don't.
Yeah, she's just worried.
We had one margarita. What's that going to do? Not two margaritas. You know what happens. My favorite video ever, we can't link it in because it's wildly inappropriate, is that like street preacher lady at a college. And it's what happens when you have one margarita? And she keeps going. And she's like, and 7 margaritas. And you're going to put it right up. And everyone's going crazy. That's your grandmother.
Gotta be careful with those margaritas. Grandma come calling, making sure you didn't do something you aren't so proud of. Then you got Trent Thomas, the tight end from South Alabama. Doesn't have a ton of stats. Had 4 catches for 34 yards. I feel like that's just kind of he's 6'5", 254. I feel like that's just a big body type.
You're just filling holes. He's going to be, you don't have to put a number on a defensive guy now.
There you go. Yep. Then Tevis Metcalf, the younger brother of TJ Metcalf from Michigan, who is also a safety, didn't have a ton of stats at Michigan as a sophomore, started his career at Arkansas. I think it probably just a depth piece, if I had to guess. Maybe special teams kind of player. And then Isaiah Harge, Colorado athlete. He's played both ways. He's played some corner, played some wide receiver, also has some experience returning kicks. I feel like that's kind of another specialist type guy that they're kind of looking for in Gavin Freeman. That was a weird thing that he just left and went to Baylor, which whatever. Yep. I probably wouldn't.
Good luck.
Yeah. Hopefully this guy gets the invite to Miami next. We'll see. And then I feel like my favorite one, well, I mentioned Gordon. I feel like that's a big get. DJ Burks from App State, the safety, originally from Maryville.
Go Rebels.
Yep. He was really productive the last 2 years. Will have one more year of eligibility left. He had 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 5 pass deflections, and 73 total tackles this season as a safety. So, again, really productive. I mean, they've got a ton of safety help in the portal, so interested to see kind of how that works out. But man, with what you had this past year, never have enough. I think we've always said that with offensive line, defensive line, but after what we endured this entire season at safety, I feel like we can also say that about them as well.
I think just at any position, just know now you can never, no matter what the number you think it is,
linebackers too. Yeah, we need one more.
Always assume you need one more,
at
least.
Yeah. So big get. I mean, a hometown kid. Getting him back. We'll see how it works out. I mean, Jacoby Thomas wasn't a hometown kid, but he was a Tennessee kid that came back to Tennessee and was productive, and we didn't pay him. So maybe we're learning our lesson, trying to rewrite that wrong.
Yeah.
Also, DJ Burks. I mean, that is just it's got to be an athlete, right?
It sounds like an athlete name. That's for sure.
Yep.
It'd be pretty.
Also,
it'd be
state champion. I think he was a sophomore year.
Okay. I was trying to like do the math on years, but I was like, I also don't know how old he is. So
he was a junior this year.
Okay.
So I think he won it as a sophomore.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of our transfer portal class. What would you give us a grade, Caleb? What would you grade it?
I think you did a good job addressing the needs. I haven't thought about this too hard, so I'm going to go with an A.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to go A- until I can really evaluate it. Because I do think you addressed the needs. I think you got, particularly at the edge rusher position, you had a big get there with Chaz Coleman. So, yeah, I'm going to go A- right now until I can fully evaluate it.
Okay. Yeah, I like what they did addressing, like you said, addressing needs, replacing production, replacing bodies that you just needed to have on the roster. I think with the slow start, obviously striking out at quarterback was something I just have to take into account, whether it could work out and be fine. I think I go with B+.
Fair.
And I think there is one more. I think they need a corner.
Okay.
Because right now you have Ty Redmond and you have Kayan Lee from Auburn. Don't really have a ton of, I mean, is Tim Merritt? Do they like where he's at? Do they like where God, who's the other one? I don't know. Didn't see him much. So, I mean, we're talking about in the bowl game, we started a preferred walk-on William Wright at corner. I think you needed probably to address that a little bit more than just one guy. I think they were going to try to have that kid from, I think Aaron Scott from Ohio State. He signed with Oregon, didn't make it in. So I think it'd be good to get maybe is that an FCS kid or a Group 5 player that you just try to add in to kind of add some depth there? I feel like that's kind of a glaring hole for me, is just corner. Everywhere else, I feel like you did solid at. I don't really have any complaints other than, you probably would like a quarterback, but no one was thrilled about Bo Perbula coming in here and starting for Tennessee. I feel like that could have been a step back from Joey, maybe. And then for the money, I mean, what's the point in recruiting these 5-star quarterbacks if you're never going to play them?
That's a great question, Landon. One I would like to know. I'd like to hear and understand. Also, if you get a chance, go look at Chris Burke's tweet. Him and his son were, I guess, on a visit to Tennessee today.
Okay. How old's his son? How old's his son?
Looking at him, I'm gonna guess. Wait, which one? All right, I'm not gonna click on his profile yet. I'm gonna say sophomore. I'm gonna guess sophomore by the looks of it. Let's see how old he is. He is a class of 2028 QB, strong safety, point guard, I assume. Yeah, so he's a sophomore.
Okay.
Looks like you won a state championship.
Does he live in Tennessee? Where does Chris Burke live?
I was trying to figure that out. No, Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, there he is winning a state championship at Kroger Field. How about him?
Wow. Okay.
You get a little in the tweet Chris Burke posted. You get a little friend of the pod. Quick snippet.
Oh yeah, little Rocky Top Ross.
Yeah, you watch the video. He does a drop by. Good. Get a little peek at that.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's an alarming scene, I know. Oh my God, Lane Kiffin's the worst. Love some Tony B tweet he shared. He's the worst.
Dude, I hate him so much. When did he say that?
6 hours ago.
God, he tweets so much.
Yeah.
God, I hate Lane Kiffin. Also, I kind of hate seeing Tony on my timeline.
I saw your post yesterday to his fan day. I didn't even watch the video.
God, dude, it's tough. He's so great, man. He's so great. I hate San Francisco.
You know what's really gonna suck is when we get a picture of like him and Juwan Jennings hanging out. That's gonna hurt.
All right, let's move on. I have this question for you.
Okay.
If Joey comes back, what is your outlook on the season? How much does that change?
I don't know, because I don't know how many games he gives me. It probably gives me more, like, better hope because you just know of your quarterback going into the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really – the quarterback situation is frightening. Don't get me wrong. I'm more down because I just don't believe in the staff right now.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, yeah, the way you finished the season, the loss to Oklahoma, the way you lost to Georgia, Alabama, just give me no reason to believe that they're going to do the right thing at any given moment.
Yeah.
And Danny Watt's not even upset about it. He's just mad at fans because we're not excited about the hotel coming into G10.
Yeah, we all can't afford.
Yeah, he doesn't care how his coaches are doing. He's like, yeah, but have you ridden the mechanical bull where you used to be able to tailgate at? It's only $150 to ride. It's sick.
For 30 seconds.
Yeah. Not even. You can't hold on that long, Landon.
I think it's an interesting question because, like, right now when I'm thinking of, like, where is Tennessee worse than last year? And the only, like, thing I can really think of where we're worse, I'm not saying, like, we could be as good. I'm talking about 100% worse, is maybe quarterback, but I don't even know. Like, we don't
Yeah,
have
I'm not,
any clue on that.
not exactly convinced that'll be true. Yeah.
Just because, like, I like Joey. I think he did a phenomenal job for. I mean, that was a tough situation he got put into, and he made the most of it and led the SEC in passing and was great. But there was turnover issues.
Yeah.
And turnovers lost you ball games. And that's the unfortunate part of it. Like some of those, like the Illinois play, you can't fumble that football. You got to tuck it, live to see another day. Tuck it, go down. It's fine. Oklahoma wasn't really his fault, but it's a turnover that turns into a touchdown for the other team.
Well, that was and there were some interceptions in there that just were not good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you heave one up against Oklahoma, you heave one up against Georgia. The Alabama one. I mean, there was some turnover issues where he just got a little impatient in the pocket and tried to force some things. So I don't know if it's 100% that we just don't know what George McIntyre looks like. I would feel better about the situation if we got to see George McIntyre, but we didn't. So that gives me pause of like, did you not just go out and beat Jake Merklinger? Was that the case? Because if not, I feel like I have a lot of question marks. Or is that more of just like, hey, this is the pecking order? Because we got to keep Jake happy and this and that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, going back in, I just have zero faith in the staff currently, especially the offensive staff. I don't really know about the defensive staff.
And another question mark is like, are we going to get more discipline at some point? Like, does our defense get more discipline with a different defensive coordinator? God, I hope so. Because as much as I want to kind of like, as much as I kind of want to look at like, I just don't know about the quarterback. I mean, are we going to be okay at penalties? Because we suck at that. Can we get better at that? Instead of like getting a body in here, can we spend some money on maybe some, I don't even know, some discipline training? We get a staff sergeant in here to kind of run some things. I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see. I think a lot of, I don't know. I feel like Joey helps me kind of like solidify. Like I think 8-4 is probably what you're looking at.
Probably. Yeah, especially with the schedule. Yep.
Without him, I feel like that could change. I just don't know how much. And how much better is our defense? A lot of people want to think like, hey, our defense is going to be – it doesn't matter that we're playing a redshirt freshman because our defense is going to be better. Our quarterback wasn't good as a redshirt freshman in 2024, but our defense is one of the best in the country. I'm not expecting them to be that good off the rip. Are you?
No, not at all.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of what ifs till that season gets here.
Yeah, I'm not real pumped.
I'm feeling better about this than I am the basketball team currently, Caleb.
God, I don't want to talk about this. I'm so angry. And then I don't know, the gall to try to fight after the game when you gave up a 17-point lead pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
So angry.
I mean, I don't have any faith in this basketball team. Like, I don't think they're going to win at Georgia. I don't think they're going to win at Alabama this week. I just have no faith in this basketball team after what transpired Saturday. And I just keep going back to this freaking everything school. And we lost to Vanderbilt at home in football. We blew a 17-point lead to Kentucky in basketball. What the hell are we doing?
We're having fun, Landon. We're having fun. Can't you just sit back and enjoy it? What did that Ole Miss 247 guy go on and on about? Quit putting. You're cheering for guys. You're cheering for laundry that guys that are dressed in it don't care about. So. What are we doing?
Yeah.
At home. That would have been one thing to do on the road. At home. And I mean, we talked about it. I don't know how we ever got a 17-point lead. We never really looked that good. I guess it was Kentucky was just that bad for some time. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, everything on paper, you were kind of better than them. And just right before the end, they scored 49 points in the second half. Why is our best player turning the ball over in crucial situations down the stretch? Just giving it to the other team.
Continually.
Yeah.
That wasn't exclusive to Saturday.
Why are we still so bad at free throws?
Why are we still just so bad? I'm so over being bad.
Is Rick done? I'm not saying fire him. Is he done after this year?
I thought he would be done last year, so I really don't know. I don't have a clue.
I mean, a loss like that, it made me want to retire. So maybe he feels the same way. I don't know. This is kind of the first year he hasn't had like that. Those dudes that have just been in the program forever.
And it's one of his more talented, just like bodies on the floor, talented teams. And yeah, just not good. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Carey, I mean, he shoots the ball 2 feet away from the basket. He was 3 of 12 from the floor. He makes one. It's a tie. It's tied. He didn't shoot a free throw. I mean, the guy he gets so much contact. How does he not get any free throws whatsoever?
Yeah, I don't. I'm over it. I'm just it's so hard to care. Like after Saturday, I was like, why do I care? Why do I watch? What's the point?
Yeah. And I mean, usually Tennessee loses these games like in the past when teams just lighted up from 3 and they shot 46%. But hey, we shot 42% from 3. So it's not like they just kicked our butts in that. I mean, you just flat out just blew it. And then Rick Barnes at the end of the game talking about like, hey, like if we had Jemai and Zakai like that, they don't lose that game. They ain't coming back.
Right.
Well, what are we even talking about? Why even bring that up? No shit, they wouldn't have lost because that game means something to them. It doesn't feel like this, again, like these players haven't really grown up in this program, so it just feels like these games don't mean as much. And maybe that's just the transfer portal era that it's just different. I mean, we were talking about that losing to Vanderbilt like that. That doesn't happen. And why is Vanderbilt so much better at basketball than we are? That's
why is Vanderbilt better at everything than us right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Let's see. In the where are we playing in baseball this year? Dude, they don't get to beat us at home, right? Isn't it? It's in Nashville, correct?
I think it is because we played here last year.
Good. I'm glad not to have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's in Nashville. Yeah, that's just tough. I don't know, I'm kind of out on basketball. I don't know if I'll even watch this week. I'm kind of like that done with it. Like that game took forever, and I was like, I hate myself so much for even watching that entire thing. Just wasted 3 hours of my day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, got some questions. You wanna go
Good.
ahead
I
and
don't
get
want to
those?
talk. Are they about basketball? I don't want to talk about the basketball team. I can't. I'm so just. It's going to be hard for me to watch another game the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know what could bring me back. I'll watch. I know I'll watch, but I need you to understand that they'll all be hate watches.
And like this doesn't just end this way. It would be nice if it could just, or just bad, but there's going to be wins that, like, all right, maybe we've turned a corner, and then just let us down again.
I
They're going to bring it back.
I know you're probably right. Right now, it is hard to imagine a win that will do that.
That's a bad Kentucky team.
They want to fire Mark. They want to fire Mark Pope.
Yep.
You remember him getting off that stupid bus in Rupp Arena, and they thought he was the savior of all saviors, and they want to fire him. And we lost to him, Landon. We lost because we suck.
Rick Barnes has beat him once. I think he's 1-3. Is that right?
That was a very fun win. But yeah,
1-4
that's sad.
maybe. Yeah. What's your floor next year, football wise? What's floor? Not like what is your
Like what I think their floor will be, or what do I think it needs to be?
What's a fireable offense for Josh Heupel?
Fireable, I think you'd have to go like no bowl, like look, just take a huge like program shifting step back.
Yeah.
I think he's earned too much goodwill to this point. But I mean, like real hot seat, like you go 6-6, 7-5, like there's a lot of talk around it. You better have lost those games the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Which
I
the
could
way
see
we
them
like to
being
lose
fireable.
games, I don't know if there is a right way.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I'd be shocked if you make a bowl or you go 7-5 and like you're talking about firing him. I'd be real shocked by that. But maybe. I don't know.
Who is Tennessee's biggest loss in the portal? I would probably go Jordan Ross, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just think he was probably in line to take that next step, and he entered and went to LSU, which that makes it worse. Just going to Lane Kiffin makes it worse. I don't think Ricky Gibson, like that was
interesting. That was someone I was thinking about. Okay.
It's a big loss, I feel like, but we didn't even see him this year. So,
true. Is
fair. That big of a deal? I don't know.
And maybe I think Lance,
we'll see how he plays, but
yeah, and I think there's arguments for like Lance Hurd to be a big loss potentially. Yeah, I think one of those three is probably it.
Yeah,
it's probably the right answer.
But none of those like
Lance Hurd could be negated potentially. Just right now, I would think. Right now, I'd say it's a loss. It's a big loss. Like you didn't want to lose him.
I think Caleb Herring going to South Carolina, like I didn't like seeing that. I don't necessarily disagree because he was going to be behind Ross or Chaz Coleman probably, but that just him talking about Shane Beamer and how great of a coach he is makes me want to throw up. And I think Jack Van Doorslayer, I mean, he played a lot as a true freshman. And I know Tennessee has plenty of talent at tight end, but I think that was a loss just because of you got to see some of his potential and he just want to go back home. It wasn't a like, hey, you're not going to play here. Go ahead and enter the portal. I mean, he played as a true freshman.
Yeah.
It is very ironic he goes to Oklahoma when right off the face mask against Oklahoma.
Yeah, it feels good. Let me tell you.
And if
Yeah,
we
I
start
don't really wanna
losing
talk about
recruits to Jason Witten at Oklahoma, I'm be done with that too. Tread lightly, Jason.
Sure.
Who's one player that you're just so excited to see during baseball season?
Give me Henry Ford. The talk around him.
Okay.
It's going to be real disappointing if he's not. And I blame Ross Kivett if that's the case.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. I want to see Blaine Brown. I want to talk about him too. Excited to see. I don't know if we'll see him on the mound at all. He is a two-way player, so if he is, I feel like that's going to be fun. But also seeing him just absolutely mash the ball, being a left-handed hitter is going to be fun.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, go check out our good friends at Hovey, hoveydrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. I got a Hovey hat on. It's an exclusive one, so you have to go through us to get it. There's also this camo. It's beautiful. Just go on there, use that promo code MORE, 15% off that first purchase. And go check out our good friends at roback.com. Use promo code MORE important issues for 20% off that first purchase. Great people over there, great stuff. As always, guys, we're going to figure it out. I don't know. Well, do we bond? What's that saying where it's like failures, you bond together more closely? I don't know what it is, but
And I don't know where you're going with this one.
Isn't that where you're just like you're in the grind and like you just bond over just the grind?
Sure.
We're kind of just like at boot camp. I feel like we're just all in this together kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that for a while though, so.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Thank y'all again. We'll see you back on Thursday and maybe some more exclusive guests. So stay tuned for that. We're bringing the boat in and we out.